Y'all fucked up now. We the nicest niggas around. Y'all fucked up now. Y'all niggas wanna go to war with. Yo, what's good, people? Just singing a little locks. That song came to my head thinking about this morning, reading the report, reading Truth Social that Trump put out, saying that, hey, we're not gonna strike Iran at the moment. We're gonna postpone the strikes and the deadline. And I had some very good talks, with Iran, and we gonna say it was very productive. And this guy was crazy, man. And then Iran turned around and put out a statement, said we didn't have any discussion with them. There is no talks. These people don't want to talk now. They're done talking. I think that Iran said, you know what, every time we negotiate with y'all, we get attacked. Now it done went to a point of no return with this shit, B. The only point of return is us getting out of there. And I think the only terms Iran is going to accept now is if we get everything out of the Middle East. They want us out of the Middle East, man. And Israel's going to go, is going to be in a world of trouble. The only way the United States really can win this cleanly is they're going to have to, use, like I was saying the other day, they have to use deadly force with this shit, man. They will probably have to nuke Iran, and then you do that, right? Guess what? I'm pretty sure Iran has access to nukes, or somebody will probably send them a nuke. And what else is going to happen if we do that? Once again, we'll be the only country to detonate nukes on people, right? Now you're going to have countries racing to build nukes and point them towards the U.S. because we're the only country who's sitting there telling people what they can have, and we're the ones using the weapons. I don't understand it. Guys can't have nukes. Guys are dangerous, but we're the only country to detonate them on a country. And then for Trump to reference that, we were sneak attacked and surprise attacked by Japan in front of their prime minister, and she sat there like I didn't understand that. I don't know how she goes back to her country. I don't know what they're saying to her, but I'm pretty sure she didn't like that. But yeah, that was disgraceful too, man. But it looks like excuse me, still sick. It looks like Trump is looking for a way out. I think that he bit off more than he can chew. He underestimated Iran's ability to hold his own. I think he thought maybe they'd put up some resistance, but they'll run out of shit, and they'll give in, after we bombard them, especially if we're doing it with Israel. And that didn't seem to faze Iran. They were more prepared than Trump thought. And this is why I keep saying it's not just Trump, it's the people around him. Because it's like, who's advising you? Who told you to do that? And they did it without Congress. And he knows. There's a lot of things going on around him. He knows one, right? They're probably going to lose the House. They only got a 1-seat majority, I think. And I'm pretty sure when the midterms come, they're going to lose the House. And they could possibly lose the Senate in the future. But if they lose the House and the Senate, they know they're going to jail. Now they're not going to play with you. Because you done got us into a war, soldiers killed, innocent people killed. And maybe he goes to jail. I doubt it, but I had to think about that for a second, because they did convict him the first time and he still became president. But there's some war crimes involved now. And I think Trump's trying to save his ass, man. He knows that. I think he thought too that the American people would rally behind him, particularly his base. He knows these people don't give a fuck about Iranians, especially his base. They care, but what's happening is they know that the economy is going to be fucked up, and it's going to affect their pockets, and it's going to affect the country. And people didn't they're like, oh nah, my gas prices are going up, grocery prices are still up, and this shit is unaffordable. They didn't do anything for us to start a war with them, and they used their common sense. The people that had some left, and said, nah, we're not supporting this shit. And he saw a lot of people turn on him, and he's insulted so many countries. A lot of our allies don't even want to fuck with us. You got Canada don't want to fuck with us. Spain don't want to fuck with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Italy said they don't want nothing to do with this shit. Like, you ask all the countries to come help, and niggas said no, kick rocks. So, you know, we pretty much are isolated because of this guy, right? And we jumped into the war behind Israel. Secretary of State straight said, hey, look, we were going to get attacked because Israel attacked first. So now, if I'm Trump, right, and I say, hey, I'm not going to attack no more, Israel, you guys attack again, you're on your own. And at that, we're not sending you no more weapons, no more money, because you guys are creating the conflicts. So if they attack again, if I'm Trump, I'll say, hey, you on your own, man. Can't help you no more. We've done all we can do. Because now I'm starting to think soldiers is getting ready to start turning on them. The military might say this is an unwinnable war. You know, we're not doing this. Because that's what it's really going to take. You know what I'm saying? Like, the military ought to say, hey, look, this ain't a wise idea, man. Because it's like, who's advising this shit? And they're sitting there lying, people telling them they're winning. They're not winning if you asking people to help you. That's like me winning a fight and I'm beating you down. And niggas is standing around watching. But they know I'm a bully. But I'm beating you down, pounding you, pause. And then I'm turning around and looking at them niggas watching. That's supposed to be my friends, but they know I'm wrong. And they like, yo, and I'm asking them to help me beat you up. They looking like, yo, fam, why you need help? And you already got the situation under control. Especially when I say, I got this nigga. Look, I got him. I'm beating him up. And then, yo, come help me, man. Help you do what? You said you got him. But apparently that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? So why would I ask for help if I'm already winning? I should be able to handle that. But these countries are like, yo, nah, we ain't getting involved, man. So you got this other factor too that I keep speaking about is China sitting in the cut, making deals with Iran. And Iran pretty much like, oh, yeah, only way we trade is with Chinese dollars. So now the United States is on the brink of losing that area to the Chinese, which will have a devastating effect on our economy. I'm not an economist, but, you know, it's just common sense. If we don't control the Middle East and they start trading with their money, other countries probably might follow suit. And we lose the reserve. So, you know, you can thank Trump for putting us in that type of position. You know, China's laying in the cut. And they letting this shit play out. But they're not making the enemies. The United States is. You know, some people think this is because of Epstein. Possibly, but then to get somebody to a war of this magnitude, knowing that the consequences of this shit, just, you know what I'm saying, it's stupid. So you're throwing your whole country away because you don't want to go down. That's cowardness. You get what I'm saying? You're getting a bunch of kids killed, and you got these stupid war hawk niggas like Lindsey Graham and the rest of these niggas. Oh, you know, let's just go to war. Let's finish this shit and let's do. Fam, you're not boots on the ground. You ain't got no kids to sit over there. You not suiting up to go over there. So if you're not doing that, why would you push for us to go to a war that nobody wants and you not suiting up to go lead the charge? And I've noticed he's quieted himself down too, even though he still, you know, says something here and there, but he's quieted that shit down. People push back on him. I hope he lose his seat in that Senate for that shit, man. Him, Ted Cruz, all them niggas that, oh, we gotta defend Israel first. Defend your country first, my nigga. Defend your county, your state first, man. That's what you were elected to do. You wasn't elected to serve a foreign government. You were elected to help your people from your state, represent your state, man. I don't understand that shit, man. But they gonna learn, man. And Iran said we ain't had no talks. So Trump talking to himself. This guy's trying to save face so bad, man. And the more he keeps talking, the more it's backfiring. Just get out of there, man. Back the troops out of there. Let Israel know. Do not attack them again, or our relationship is over. Matter of fact, get out of Lebanon too, and leave those people alone. Nobody attack anybody no more. We're done. And I think that will, go well. Leave these people alone. Let them have their land. Y'all don't attack them. They don't attack you. Israel, you know what I'm saying? Like, fall back. Do not strike Iran again. You strike them again, and shit pops off. We got nothing to do with it. So you on your own. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not in those predicaments. I'm not in the situation room, so I don't know what's going on. But from the outside looking in, and from what we're reading, that's what needs to be done. Just say, hey, look, man, we ain't got nothing to do with this shit, man. We gonna get out of here. We did what we came to do. We out. Because I think if we leave, but see, now we leave, it's like the negotiations, how is that going to work? Because now it's a black eye to the United States that we got to wave to the world. We just got handed to us. So it's like, in a way, we can leave, and that's the smart thing to do, but is it the thing to do? Because, like I said, now we look bad. We look bad already, but I think if we leave, prices will go back down. We can recover. The longer we stay, the worse it's going to get, man. And then Iran is not playing, man. And if they start destroying more shit, you're talking about global meltdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, it may turn into World War III because you may have allies turn on us. All because of this guy. And the people behind him. Like I said, the people behind him are even worse. You know what I'm saying? Trump just is driven by his ego,